friends, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here today, and I want to take a few minutes just to sit down with you and reflect a little bit and share what's coming next for this podcast. So, for those of you who have been with me through the Christian Homeschool Moms Podcast, you know that homeschooling was really the heart of this space for about 14 years. My daughters were young. Our days revolved around learning and growing together, and so much of my world was wrapped up in that season of motherhood. But as life always does, things have shifted and changed. My girls are growing up. One is already out of the house, and the other is soon about to head out for college. And so I'm stepping into the empty nest, no longer homeschooling, and yet I still love talking about motherhood, parenting, faith, and all the little and big things that shape our lives as women. So this episode is really a moment of transition. I'll share more about what I've been up to, my own personal midlife reflections, and the ways that I'm navigating this season in future episodes. But for now, I wanted to just pause and bring you along as we step into something brand new together. And what's next for me is exploring midlife transitions and building a space for community with all of you. I've come to realize just how important community is, especially for moms, even when it's virtual. And that's exactly what I would love to create here at our new space, which we're calling the Christian Moms Cafe. Now, this is a place for moms of faith to gather and to share honestly, to encourage one another, and reflect on the seasons of life that we're walking through. Whether you're changing diapers, whether you're teaching a child to drive, or you're walking your kids down the aisle at their wedding, no matter the stage of life you're in, a mom is a mom. And you're a mom, and I'm a mom, and we need each other. I realized that I couldn't continue talking about homeschooling here because that's no longer my season. But what I can do is create a space where we encourage one another in our faith, in our lives, and in our journeys as women and moms. This is a space for connection, for real talk, for reflection, and the kind of conversations that I would hope that we would have over coffee if we were to see each other in person. And I'm really excited because I know that 2026 and beyond has a lot of great things for us. Great conversations are on the horizon. And yes, I've been quiet since January and already we're in March. And that's because I knew that there was a transition coming. When I announced that I was returning to podcasting here, I meant it, but I also knew that a change was on the horizon. And this is that change. So for those of you who are curious about what I've been up to lately, I've been sharing some of my midlife reflections and my life transitions on YouTube, which is called Momzest. That's my channel, MOMZEST, and I will leave a link in the show notes if you'd like to peek in on that. But this podcast will now be our cafe. And I see that as a space where we can sit together, talk about life, pray together, reflect, laugh, share encouragement. It's not just me talking, which there will be some episodes like that, of course, but I'd like to create a community where we all get to be part of the conversation, part of the support system, part of each other's journey. And if you'd like to be part of this conversation that we're starting on this brand new podcast, there's a way to reach out in the show notes. I'll leave information for that. So for now, this is our first cup together in this new season. Consider it a warm welcome and an invitation to take a breath, settle in, and step into this next chapter with me. I'm so grateful you're here, and I can't wait to see how this space grows, how our conversations unfold, and really just how we can encourage each other in faith and in life and in this beautiful, messy journey of motherhood. In my next episode, I might talk a bit about midlife transitions and how I've been navigating them with intention. I might share some of my own recent experiences and challenges and lessons along the way, but you could always find that again on my YouTube channel. And so I'm not really sure what my next episode will be, but I'm thinking about where we will go with this podcast, and you get to be part of the journey. So if you have any suggestions for what to talk about here and how you want to see this podcast shaped, what would you like to focus on at the Christian Moms Cafe? How can I support you? How can we work together? And as I start building this out and asking guests to be on the show, I'll keep your suggestions in mind because I really want to shape this podcast around what your needs are. So again, stay tuned for episode number 2. pour yourself another cup of coffee or tea or whatever you like, and join me again at the next Christian Moms Cafe episode, where every mom belongs and every story matters. So here's to moms in every season.